afternoon. Reptile and I are out at a walk along the St. Francis River. And we're staying out of the woods for all the ticks that we've got here in southeast Missouri. So we're pretty much sticking to the paved trails in our area. Huck Finn over there. I swear, sometimes it's like having two little kids.
Whatever.
We've been trying to walk a couple times a week since we've been back home. And the last video I shared with you guys how much we spent on new gear while we were out on the AT. And this video, let's talk about our GPS system. So we had the Zoleo GPS system, and it was our SOS device, as well as allowed us to communicate with family and friends when we were out on trail and didn't have any service. So the Zoleo cost, I think I got it on sale for about $160. And then we spent $80 activating it for the monthly subscription fee. And we only had it subscribed and paid for 4 months. The boat behind me. We had bike riders. So the Zoleo, it cost about $160 to buy the device. It was $80 for an activation fee, and then we had it for 4 months, and it was $35 a month, so we paid $140. So to get the device activated and have the 4-month subscription, that would be $220 plus $160, so about $380. Was it worth it? We never had to use the SOS, but that was a good thing. We did use it to talk to family and get a hold of shuttles and things like that when we didn't have any cell service, so that was always good. And just the peace of mind of knowing that we had it if we needed it is, I guess, worth the, $380 for it. It also came with an option to purchase a year of LifeEvac, so that was $60 each for both of us, which goes through the entire U.S., and it works for any elevation under 15,000 feet. So we still have that activated for the year. The Zoleo device does weigh more than the Garmin InReach, but for us that wasn't a big deal. I did look it up, and I actually paid $125 on sale for the device. So it's about $35 less. So still around $350 is what it cost us for the 4 months. And then if I want to reactivate the device, I have to pay the activation fee. So when we got back home, I canceled the subscription. I don't really like that, because if you want to keep the device active, you have to pay, I think it's $5 a month. And since we didn't have any current plans to go back out where we would need a GPS communicator device, I went ahead and canceled it. We also use the FarOut app for our map as well as communications, and it had so much information on hostels and shuttle drivers, water sources, shelters, resupply. FarOut cost us around $50. I did get a deal on that when they had their Black Friday special, maybe. But FarOut, definitely the app that I would say that AT hikers should use. We did talk to a few people that had all trails, and they said that people were listing water sources on all trails as well. But the majority of the people that we talked to on the AT had used the FarOut app. That was well worth the money. It's probably worth 3 times the amount of money that we spent on it, just for the maps, the shelter locations, the detours, numbers for hostels, phone numbers for the shuttle drivers. And then it also gave you a community application on there that would allow you to check in and talk with other hikers that had FarOut as well. So that was a great thing for us. Good just resource in general. And so that's the two things that we use to help us keep us on following those white blazes on the trail. Do we use anything else, babe?
Not really, no.
Yeah, I know some people who download the AT guide, but we didn't do that. I just used FarOut, and just, talking and asking other hikers where they were staying and if they were getting into a town, what hostel they were going to, if they knew of a shuttle driver. A lot of people had different experiences. Some people had already been on trail, so.
Some people actually used a physical hard copy book.
Yeah, the AT guide book, which you could download the PDF version and be able to access that offline. But so we had the Zoleo for our GPS SOS. We used the FarOut app for our navigation, information, resources, and those were the two things that.
Hey.
Good morning. Those were the two things that kept us on trail. I think we're gonna walk over that way, and I'll show you guys some pictures of the Old Greenville Recreation area that we're walking in.